Hi there, welcome back. So this is the final video for our purple and green, or pink and green collection. You've probably seen the previous two videos. If you haven't, why not check them out from our playlist. So we're only making one item in today's video, and we're going to use this really beautiful wooden serving tray, I suppose, or platter you might call it. We just got it from our local supermarket over here in the UK. It was an Asda. Pretty inexpensive, about eight or £10, something like that. And we thought we'd use these faux leather sheets in some shape or form. So just trying to work out how are we going to use them in this particular tray. Because the idea was we're going to fix them down to the wooden surface and then encapsulate them with some resin, maybe add in some more embellishments. So sort of had an idea of what we wanted to do, but it was a bit organic. And the next bit is going to be a bit of a few time lapses in this video, a few where they've been sped up as well, the clips a bit, because you don't want to spend 10 minutes watching someone cutting things out, which is the amount of time it took us to cut out all the pieces we wanted for the video. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm not cutting that quickly, as I said, this is on a time lapse. Just a regular piece of faux leather, but this is really beautiful because it's got a lot of embossed detail on it of foliage and flowers. Look at that. So here's a bit more of a close-up shot of it. As usual, everything we've used in today's video, apart from the tray, the wooden tray, will be linked in the description box. Okay, here it is, a bit more of a close-up. Look how beautiful the detail on that faux leather is. And we did really want to use both. We wanted to use the pink, I don't know, would you call this pale pink? And also the green. Now, swapped over to Wayne. Wayne is doing, this is a time lapse of him painting the white acrylic paint onto the surface of the wooden tray. Now, we were after a whitewash sort of lined oak almost effect. But this paint went on way too thickly. It wasn't giving the effect we want. So poor Wayne then spent 5 minutes sort of wiping over the surface, trying to get the majority of it back off again. We wanted it to have a distressed look to it, or an aged, old sort of vintage idea, because a lot of it was going to be covered up by the faux leather details, but we wanted it just to have something. We thought the bare wood, I mean, obviously you don't have to paint it, but our opinion was that the bare wood itself, which is a bit too dark. Anyway, Wayne went back in with a wider paintbrush and just sort of roughly painted the surface there, trying not to get too many brush marks, but because you're going for an old vintage sort of worn out look, really, that's the posh word for worn out, that was what this kind of effect he's got now was absolutely fine. So he's just going over the surface there of the outer part of the tray, the rim, the top part, with a cloth there, making sure there's no paint over on that bit. Of course, you can paint the whole of the tray if you wish. And now this is just him sort of showing us the cutout pieces and where they are going to be placed. So he's already cut out some of the green. We're going to use a Gorilla heavy duty spray glue because I saw somebody else some another creator on YouTube using it, and I thought, that's just the thing we need. Now Wayne, after discussing this with me, we had a look and we thought we've got some, I think they're called Caviar beads. We got them from the lovely Jules at Resin Jules and Helena at Resin supplies, and we decided we'd try and use some of those, but of course they are available elsewhere. Temu is a very good supplier there. So Wayne's just spraying the tray here. Obviously do this in a well ventilated area. And just make sure, making sure that you've got enough coverage of glue on the surface. And then you just literally place your pieces of cut out faux leather down and just little light tapping, just to make sure that it's got as much contact as possible with the surface of the tray. Because, resin is going to find a space to creep underneath and create bubbles. And that's not what you want. So he's just lifted that little piece up there and he's tucking that lovely green flower. Now, I'm not sure what kind of flower that's supposed to be. Haven't got a clue. But it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So he's just tucking that down. Anywhere where you're overlapping with other pieces of leather or tucking things just underneath, make sure you thoroughly press down on that surface where it overlaps to make sure that it is completely adhered to the surface. Now, that is where you are going to get little lumps or bumps possibly. So make sure that you do pour enough resin over the top of this, once it's completely dried of course, to cover all of it. And if you think anything isn't glued down, then just go back and with your glue and apply a little bit more glue and then press it down. Now, of course, you don't have to use Gorilla Glue. You can use super glue. You could use, I think you could probably use PVA glue with this as well, or any other glue that you really, really like using. So there we are. So he's just at this point deciding what else. So you're spraying a bit more of the glue there, as you can see, just to stick it down a fraction more, because that's quite a big overlap there. You will find that it isn't always feasible to just cut that section out, which is what you might have been thinking, rather than overlap it. But yeah, so just putting in some more of these lovely little green parts, trying to put them in as best as possible. He thinks they look good. There we are. This is looking really lovely. The only thing I would say with this leather is it does look a little bit flat, if you know what I mean. It's not really very 3D looking, and because of the colours that we've used, they're almost on the, dare I say, dull side. Not everyone will agree with me. As I say, in true life, in real life, not behind a camera lens and so on, this tray is stunning. The colours are beautiful. Then they are more natural, almost the nude versions of this palest of, I don't know what colour you'd call that, taupey, pinky, sort of mauvey colour, and this beautiful pale sage green. They're almost bordering on the natural neutral sort of side of things. I'm probably not making myself very clear here, but anyway. But of course you can use whatever colours you like. You don't have to use faux leather. You could just get one of these trays or something similar, put down some of PET stickers, some maybe some temporary tattoo transfers, some dried pressed flowers would also look just as beautiful. We do have a video on using this sort of shape tray or platter where we've encased some lovely dried pressed flowers in it and then encased them in resin, and they look stunning. If you haven't seen that, why not check it out from our playlist? I think it's one of our videos from last year, but you know, it goes through some similar process to this. So Wayne is adding in these little, I think they're faux pearl beads or caviar beads, they're sometimes called, just in places where he thinks, you know, you need a little bit of detail. It needed a little bit of something else. And unlike me, you see, he has resisted the temptation to put any gold anywhere. Which is fine, absolutely fine. But he's just trying to emphasize the beauty of the faux leather. Of course, you may think, well, it doesn't need it. That's totally up to you. You did see a quick flash there of a UV light, and that is because in the center of some of these flowers, he's applied some of these gorgeous miniature caviar beads, and he's done that using some UV resin and then cured them using the UV light. So if you've joined us today to watch us in our live premiere, hello to everybody. If you've joined us in the live chat, hi to everyone in the live chat. You can join us in the live chat as well if you subscribe to the channel. It's straightforward, easy to do that. All you need is to set yourself up with a YouTube account, which you just need an email address for, I believe. And then find us, click subscribe, click notifications and all, and then you'll be able to see, you'll be notified as to whenever we upload videos, which is usually 3 times a week on a Wednesday, a Friday and a Sunday at 5 p.m. UK time. So going back to this video, Wayne has now, this is the following day, he let everything dry thoroughly overnight. He made up some very, very clear resin. The brand we are using currently is Tea Expert. We're not sponsored by anybody, it's just our brand of choice currently. And it's a 1-to-1 mixing ratio, so it's by volume. It's very easy to do, particularly if you use the kind of cup that Wayne's using there, which is a calibrated cup, where you find on the side the mixing ratio 1-to-1, and you fill up part A to the first level and part B to the second. Straightforward, very simple. He did also put this resin through our degassing machine, or I like to call it the debubbler, just to make sure it was crystal clear, because the last thing you want is any little bubbles appearing. Now, we did babysit this for a good half an hour, just in case any little bubbles came up to the surface, so that we could get rid of those, and you can get rid of that by just giving it a little spritz with some isopropyl alcohol, which you will see Wayne do in a moment or two. Or you can just take a little cocktail stick to them and just burst them or help them out to the side. So he's just going over there now with a spatula over the surface, just making sure that everything is completely covered. Do always look from a side view on as well. Don't look directly over the top. Don't get incredibly close with your face, because that's not a good idea. Of course, you should be wearing a respirator mask and working in a well-ventilated area, and also wearing the gloves, as you can see Wayne wearing there. Here's a little bit more of a close-up, as you can see. We then waited another 24 hours for this to cure. Check that it was all okay, and that's when you have this final beauty shot. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was quicker than usual. Just notice you can see Wayne's reflection there in the glass. Oh, it's like a glass-like finish. That's the other thing that's really good about this beautifully clear resin. I think this tray is stunning. I think it will sell really quickly. It will be available for purchase on our website from the end of March. So take care, everybody, and we will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.